Hi everyone, I'm Ash and this is Indie Insider. My guest today is Johnny from Above Snakes. Hi Johnny, how are you?
Great. How you doing, Ash?
I'm good. Just like we said a few seconds ago, it's just horrible weather. So what's it like there?
The sun is out this morning, but it's still cold here in
Oh,
Boston.
okay, so you're in Boston. That's nice. I'd love to come to Boston.
Yes, Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, exciting. There's a lot of exciting stuff that goes on there.
Um, no, no. I mean, yeah, it's a great place. I love it.
You love
Uh,
it.
it's
Born
been
and
a
bred,
mild winter though. I was waiting for
really.
the snow this year. I wanted to go snowboarding, and we haven't had any.
Oh
I mean, we had
no.
like two storms early on, but now it's just nothing.
Nothing. Well,
Kind of depressing.
maybe the snow will come sometime this year, hopefully.
I'm hoping maybe in the next couple of weeks we'll get a nor'easter and I can go hit the slopes.
You go for it. Okay, Johnny, let's if you could tell us how Above Snakes started.
Okay, so yeah, a while back I was out living in LA. I was always a drummer. I played drums, growing up and in different bands over the years, and I was out there playing for different people, and I just kind of got fed up with the egos of singers and dealing with these other bands and people. It was just too much, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm out here doing sacrificing everything for this dream that I love, and I'm
Right,
hating everything about it. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
right,
man, I got to make a change. So a buddy from Boston actually was out there living with me at the time. He was doing the same thing, playing, in different bands and doing some management stuff. And he was like, man, why don't you just become the singer and let's move back to Boston, where we're from, and start this new project. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I've always thought about being a singer, but I never had
right.
done any of it before. So that person is Dax, my guitar player. So
Yes.
we moved back to Boston, started the project, and went into the studio and put out our first song in 2020 in the middle of the pandemic.
Wow. It must have been
So yeah,
stressful.
it was quite a process, but it was good. It was it took a little bit of time, but it's
But
been
you
good
got
ever
there.
since then, and
And I
it's
believe
moving
that
on.
your
Full speed ahead.
music or your genre is new metal. Is that correct?
Yep, it's rock, new metal kind of vibe. Like reminiscent of late '90s, early 2000s, like Korn, Limp Bizkit, that kind of style, but
Oh,
with a
nice.
modern twist.
I like that. I really like that.
Hell
And
yeah.
do you tour with the band, or does the band tour all over the country or anywhere else besides America?
We haven't left the States yet, but we really hope we do soon because we have a lot of fans in Germany, honestly. But
Really?
we did over about 60 shows on road shows last year and 50 on road shows the year before. And that was ever
Wow.
our first time playing, as a band since we're so new. We had one
Right.
show, and then right after that we went on a 35-date US tour with From Ashes to New, Fire from the Gods, Blind Channel, and Kingdom Collapse.
Jeez.
So that was our first. Meanwhile, I'm like brand new to singing, so that was like, two shows in is the start of the 35-date tour. So that was
Wow.
like, let's go. But
Let's
that was
get
great.
into
And then,
it. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Just thrown right into it. But it was a great start. Very thankful that we got that opportunity. And then that led us to tour with Ross, Stitched Up Heart, September Morning, and then Texas Hippie Coalition. And then we went out with Adelita's Way, Otherwise, Moon Fever, which was great last year. And then we went out with Killer's Confession earlier this year.
Wow. So
Well,
you've been
actually, sorry,
quite
at the end
busy.
of last year. So we've been,
Okay.
last year was a pretty busy year.
Okay. Now, do you guys write music or the songs together, or who writes the music for the band?
So me and Dax write all the music. We go down. We have a producer that we work with that we've worked with from the start. His name is Kyle Odell. He's down in Nashville now. So we actually just got back last week from a writing trip, and we got a bunch of new music. Very stoked on it. That will be rolling out soon.
Oh, fantastic. I'm looking forward to that. Just let us know when it's going to be released.
Of course. We actually do have a single scheduled coming next month. I thought I would have had a date for you by now, but things are getting a little messed up with the planning, so we might have to push back a tiny bit. But we have one coming very soon.
Oh, good. But please let us know. Send it in to us.
I will for sure.
Oh, fantastic. And Johnny, what song do you find the most memorable that you've performed on stage or going around? How do you set also the playlist, the set list for each performance?
So it was kind of weird, right? In the beginning, like we were such a new band and we got this tour, and it's like you got X amount of time to play, 20 minutes, whatever. So it's like, cool, no problem. We'll put our songs that we think are the best and our top songs in there. But at that time it was pretty much all the songs we had because
Oh
we,
dear.
so new. But then as it progressed over the last year, 2 years, it was like we were getting more time, bigger time slots and blah blah. And I'm like, it's funny, we go from playing all the songs that we have to now like, oh, we have all these songs. Which ones do we play? But we
Wow.
try to keep it fresh each tour, switch it up, create different intros and to the set, and just try to spice it up.
Oh, well, that's actually good. And now, because you're a band, what strengths do you believe each member brings to the band?
Yeah, so we definitely try to split up the duties because it's hard doing everything as one or two people. So Dax and I pretty much handle all the business and the writing and stuff, and then Tommy is very into making sure the live show's all set up and everything's set on stage, and making sure all our tracks and all our just everything is in order. So he usually deals with the front of house guy and or the club, wherever we show up, and he takes care
Yeah.
of all that. And then Bam is our drummer, and he does a lot of the driving because he's a beast behind the wheel. And
A mean machine.
mean machine for sure. But yeah, and then my wife comes out and she does all our merchandising and everything. So
Oh,
she kind of
fantastic.
takes care of the whole band. She's the mom of everyone.
Oh, a
But
woman's touch. You've got to need a woman's touch, that's for sure.
yes, we do. We'd be lost without her.
Well, hats off to her. And could you tell us
That's
what's your
funny.
favorite part about performing live is?
Um, it's just like nothing else. Like I said before, I've been a drummer my whole life, and I just love being up there performing, and it's just a feeling that you don't get from anything else. But then once I switched to singing, and I come back through some of these markets, and now people are singing my songs and singing along with me, and it's
Wow.
just surreal.
Wow,
It's
that's
it's
good.
unreal.
Oh, that's so
Dream
fun,
come true.
nice. And how do you guys prepare for a big performance or tour?
A lot of practicing.
Right.
You know, we have a good practice space here, so we'll be up here all hours of the night prepping everything and getting everything to go. It's like we're trying to get every time we get a tour, we're like, all right, we're gonna be ready,
Yeah.
weeks before tour happens. But then something always comes up, and it's like the rig breaks down, and you got to fix something on the RV or the
Oh,
trailer. And, merch order gets delayed, and they're not supposed to ship in time, and just always some hang up. But
oh
it's
no.
getting better.
Getting better. And also, what's the most unexpected thing that's happened during the show?
Hmm.
Unusual
Uh,
question, I know.
Yeah, no worries. It's good. When we were out on tour with That Leader's Way, they pulled a little tour prank on the end of one of the legs of the tour, and so I was up there singing one of our songs, 81 Thallium, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of the dudes from the other bands on tour came out with like fake dread wigs on and everything, and like our
Oh,
t-shirts, and they're running around, jumping around on stage with us.
oh
It
my
was great.
word.
It was
The
like
crowd,
unexpected, but awesome.
what was the crowd like? They must have thought, oh, yay.
They loved it. Yep.
Oh, unexpected is good.
Yeah. Tour antics, fun tour antics.
You've got to,
Which I miss
break
because
it.
it's
Yeah,
been, a few months and we're like ready, eager to get back out there.
I can imagine. And now that you're saying about touring, with it being so exhausting, how do you stay energized and healthy on the road?
Healthy is definitely an issue. I've been trying to eat healthier on the road, which is very difficult, because it's just like late nights and all that's
Yeah.
open is like truck stop stuff or, fast food, but since we're in an RV, I do have, refrigerator and stove and microwave and stuff. So I try to eat fairly healthy. I do like rice and hummus and,
Oh, nice.
things that I can microwave that aren't terrible. And
And I'm sure your wife
work
does
in
you a nice
progress.
meal.
What was it?
I'm sure your wife cooks you a nice meal on tour.
Yeah, she does. She makes breakfast.
Oh,
She makes me avocado toast in the morning. Oh, it's
oh, oh,
amazing.
that's fantastic. And with it being on tour, what's been your most memorable venue or city to perform in and why?
Okay, so we got to go to the Roxy in LA, right there on Sunset Boulevard, which is cool because I lived out there and I went there a bunch and I played there before, but
Right.
coming back through on tour with now, my band now, me singing was awesome.
Oh, fantastic.
Actually, also the right down next to that, the whiskey, which I
Okay.
had never played in LA, the Whiskey a Go Go. But then once we got to go through there on tour, I was just like, yes,
Have you played
cross
the
that off the
Viper
bucket
Room?
list. Yes, I had. When I was living out there, I played there a couple times.
Okay, well, what's it like? I mean, I've seen it online, but it looks like quite a popular venue for people to perform in.
Yep, it's iconic for sure. It's small, intimate.
Right.
Um, but yeah, it's a great spot. It's right there, right in the heart of it, kind of diagonal across from the whiskey and everything. And
Okay.
that's the spot to be. Actually, I heard
Fantastic.
it was getting shut down. They were going to be
Really?
building high rises. I don't know what's going on with that. That was like a couple of years ago that I heard that.
Wow.
Hoping it's still there.
I think so. I've seen some artists that I follow that they've performed there at the Viper Room. So that's why I was just wondering, is it like a big venue or, but you just,
No,
it's
it's a
small.
small venue, but it's iconic as everything.
Okay. And could you just tell us, Johnny, what is your approach to engaging with the audience during the show?
I try to engage with them as much as possible. We do this that I don't know if you're familiar with the 81 song, Thallium.
Yeah.
It has like a part in it where it says kill, 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 so it's like a big crowd part. So we go over the thing and I'm like, I want you to repeat after me. And we do the whole thing and I get them to
Oh.
do the kill, kill, kill. And then by the time it comes along in the song, everyone in the crowd is doing it. And it's just awesome.
That's what I find so nice, when the artist involves the crowd, when the whole band stops playing and then they sing along and it's fantastic. It really is a fantastic feeling. They get the chills.
No, definitely. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
What elements are crucial for you to have on stage for a successful show?
Um, we definitely just all have to be, have our game faces on and ready to go. And, you know, most places sometimes you don't get a full sound check, which makes things tough being a new band, coming up there
Right.
as the opener or whatever when we're on these tours. So sometimes you don't get a sound check, but like we're just so eager and happy to be up there. We give it
You
out
just go.
and just throw and go.
Now, when you go to these different venues, do they decide what lighting you have, or do you put in your input for lighting?
So it all depends, kind of like I was saying before, as we're like the low man on the totem pole in these first few tours.
Right.
We're left up to whatever the house guy wants to do with us, which naturally is either little to none
Yeah.
or none. But as the more we work with these other bands, and if they have a lighting guy, like when we were out with Adelitas, they had a guy that did strictly their lighting. So we became friends with them over the tour, and some nights when he could, he would jump up and do some lights for us, which
Oh,
naturally
nice.
made it look awesome. But
I
then you
think
go somewhere else where like you go like the Machine Shop in Flint, Michigan. I don't know if you've ever heard of that place. It's pretty
no.
iconic as well. But they just have that in house, like they're all ready to go. They have a guy doing lights, so
Oh,
it always looks
nice.
great there. Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice. And Johnny, please tell us what short-term and long-term goals do you have for the band?
Short term to get back on the road as soon as possible, like I was saying, and long term just to grow as big as we want to grow. We we've been doing this all on our own for the last couple of years since the start. We signed with a booking agent last year, and then we just signed with management a few weeks ago. So
Oh, fantastic.
we're trying to grow, and we want to be a household name and just be able to play music for a living. That's it.
Your dream come true.
We're working on it.
And talking about dreams, what's one dream venue or event you aspire to play?
Any of the Danny Wimmer festivals, we
Okay.
definitely want to be on that. We haven't had a chance to play any of the festivals yet, but we're hoping it's coming up soon in our cards for the future.
Okay. And now going away from the band, what is your hobbies? If you're not sort of playing or performing or practicing, what do you do outside of the band?
I have a clothing line that I do that I dabble with. It's like a lot of leather work, stud work, that kind of stuff. We have
Nice.
t-shirts as well that we sell, at the shows and stuff on tour. It's called Black Label Kin,
Right.
BLK for short. So I do that, but I also do a lot of woodworking and remodeling in houses and homes, and
Okay.
that's kind of my passion. It's I'm an artist, so whether I'm creating music or
Or
remodeling
creating
a
something.
kitchen, it's still, I work with my hands, and that's what I love to do.
And it keeps you busy, put it that way.
Yeah, I can't sit. I need to be going full speed all the time.
Oh, I'm the same. If I sit down for 2 minutes, I have to get up and do something. I can't just sit there.
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
And how do you balance your personal life with the demands of the band?
It's definitely hard for sure. But like I said earlier, I'm lucky enough that my wife was able to come out with us on the road, and that makes things a lot easier,
Yeah.
because we get to spend every day together. And we also have a dog that comes with
Oh,
us as well. So, it's hard when you have to leave. My other guys have to leave all their loved ones at home, but I'm
yes.
lucky enough to have them with me, so that makes it a lot easier.
What dog do you have? I'll have to ask you.
He is Doberman Pinscher, 115 pounds.
Oh, my word. I love them when pinches. Are his ears pointed?
They
Pointed, I
are.
should say.
Yep,
Oh,
we did him. We docked his ears, and he's a beast. He
he's
is
a beast from the
perfect.
east.
Yep, beast from the east, a perfect guard dog for tour.
Is he a black and
No
tan?
one's messing with our rig when he's in there.
Oh, God, no. What's his name?
His name is Atticus.
Oh, that's a fantastic name. Such
Yeah,
unusual name.
yeah, he's the best dog I've ever had. He's amazing. He
Oh,
goes everywhere with me.
oh, that's sweet. Have you taught him tricks or does he know like, on respond?
Yeah, my wife was very good in the beginning with him. She taught him a bunch of tricks.
Oh,
We can like pretend that we shoot him, and he like
plays
rolls
dead.
down to the side and plays dead. That's
Oh,
probably
that's
the
so
best one.
cute. Oh, that is so sweet. It's nice to take your wife and your dog with you because they're like your dog is like your baby, isn't he? Because
Yep,
you just love him
yep,
so
exactly.
much.
He's my
Oh,
child.
he's your
Uh,
child. Oh,
he's actually in the if you see the Nothing to Lose video, if you go check that out, he's in that video. You'll see him.
I'm going to check it out as soon as we finish. I'm going to go and check it out. Oh, fantastic. Johnny, just the last few questions. How do you
Yeah.
engage with your fans outside of music?
Okay, so we have a fan group that we call the Above Snake Syndicate,
Okay.
and that's on Facebook, right? So like a bunch of people, fans, friends, family, everyone is in there, and they can share their experience and pictures when they see us on tour. So it's just like a whole community that we go in through, and we talk to everyone in there, and we do giveaways and all that kind of stuff. And they're the first to know when we have a single coming out or when we get a tour announcement. It's just kind of like our little online family there,
Oh,
and
that sounds
portal that
good.
we can talk to everyone through.
Oh, fantastic. And last but not least, before we go, could you just tell us how people can follow you on social media or to buy your music?
Yeah, everything is linked from abovesnakesmusic.com. You can go on there. We have our Facebook, our YouTube, all the videos, our merch store, everything right there. Our merch is on Shopify, but everything is linked from abovesnakesmusic.com.
Fantastic. Well, Johnny, I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to come and chat with us.
Of
I've really
course.
enjoyed this. And
Me as
please
well.
let us know when you go on tour. If you're coming on tour in the UK, I'll be the first there in line.
Hell yeah. You'll be the first.
I'll be there. Well, Johnny, thanks again. And you have a fantastic day.
Thanks, Ash. You as well.
Thanks,
Talk soon.
Johnny. Bye bye.